Today is the 30th. It's a Friday before New Year's Eve. Actually have a collaboration going on today. Or actually, I shouldn't say collaboration. We've got a virtual brew day going on today. So Dave at Big Dog Brewing and Nick at Exit 12 Brewing are all going to brew at the same time. So I'm going to do the Hoppy Blonde that everybody else in the club who was doing just a little while ago when they were doing an experiment on Mosaic and Citra hops and the different, not the varietals, but the different products that Yakima offers with that. So I thought that looked cool and had some time today, so I'm going to do that. I'm not exactly sure what Nick and Dave are going to be brewing, but some of the other guys may be jumping on as well. So just figured I'd take you through the brew day, kind of show you some of the updates, kind of get going. To go back from my last video, that beer that I did with the thiols and the different yeast and the different products we use with it, that is carbonating right now. So hopefully here within the next couple of days I can get a tasting video on that. Had a lot of really cool replies in terms of what people do to break up their brew day and make it quicker. So I appreciate the folks doing that. So I'll try to get that out here in the next couple of days as well and try to have a list of those items that people have given me some really cool ideas. So thank you very much for the community for putting that stuff out. So I'll make this quick, just take you through the brew day and just kind of show you. Again, if you're ever interested, brewtubers.com, www.brewtubers.com. We do have a Discord channel with a bunch of us in there talking all the time in terms of brewing. And then you get the cool things like this today where we have a chance to get on a Zoom call and get multiple guys popping in and popping out. Not everybody will be brewing, just people may just jump on and say hello. So real cool community, and especially if you don't have a local homebrew club that works for you, whether their schedule or whatever it is. If you don't have something, this is virtual, so it doesn't matter where you are. You can be part of the group. So, all right, well, I'll get rolling here with the brew day and get things going. And I got to get the Zoom hooked up. It's going to be right over here, so we'll have that, and we'll take you along. All right, guys, let's launch it. All right, here's a new update. So I've got myself a new scale, one with a detachable face to it, so this makes life much easier. It's pretty small in terms of the base itself. When you look at that, it's not a very big base, so just a piece of plywood over the top of it lets me hook up with my bucket. That carries anywhere between 8 and 10 pounds, so anything I'm going to be doing here. But the problem I always had was the old scale, the face was right here, so if I put a 5-gallon bucket on there, it covers the face, and a lot of times it was just hard to see. So having this over to the side is really nice. This was on sale on Amazon for, I think, 18 bucks. Dave, Big Dog Brewing, saw that, so he threw that out in the group. So I'm getting my grains ready to go and giving this a test for the first time. So far, so good. I'm liking it. All right, well, we've got the Zoom call going. It's Eric, Mark, Dave, and Nick are all on there. We are into the mash, so going well. Love my new mash, sparge, working awesome, that attachment. So if you haven't checked that out, I did that in the last video. So we are supposed to be at 152. We're within a couple of degrees there, so everything seems to be going well. So far so good. We've got I think about 20 minutes left in the mash, so I will try to catch you here when we get to the boil. All right, so we are chilled down to almost 160. So we're gonna try to sit it right around 160, but we are going with whole cone Citra in this one. So we're gonna give it a shot. This was given to me. One of the guys in Brewtubers gifted this in one of the times that I was a hub. So we're gonna put in basically a crap load of whole cone Citra. So we're going to see how this goes. I know I'm going to lose a bunch to the absorption, but figure what the heck, it's a experiment and see how this goes. So, all right, we'll catch you in a few. So this is the whirlpooled with the Citra, sitting at 10 pounds. That's what we're going to ferment under pressure in a Pinlock keg. I put a little picnic tap on there so I can take a sample when it's time to do that, and then we'll let it go for about a week or two, and then we'll get a sample and see where we're at. All right, it is 2 weeks later. Let's see if I can get you in pretty close. Super clear. I pulled the sample and then let it set a little bit to let any of the You can see a little bit there on top of it, sedimentation stuff. So let it set. So we ended up right there at that 10-10 mark. So we are going to transfer and carbonate and see how we go. So hopefully I'll be back in a while and we'll have a tasting. It does have a little bit of a funky smell to it. So I'm wondering if maybe those hops have gone bad. So we're going to give it a try. It might be a dumper. Unfortunately, you know, it's one of those things you kind of see where you go. I thought I smelled like a cheddar cheese smell a little bit when I first dumped the hops into the whirlpool. And I figured out at that point we're too far in, so we can't stop. I got that same smell when I tested this sample. So we'll carbonate it and see what happens with it. I'm hoping. I love the clarity on it. It's awesome. Got one whirl flock in there is all with this, and it's settled out really good. So I'm praying that it doesn't carry through, but I'm worried that it may very well. So it might end up being a dumper. So we'll see what happens. But all right, guys, appreciate you coming along on the ride with me for a brew day. Again, if you're interested, brewtubers.com. Check out the Discord. You can do cool things like this and have a brew day with other guys on a Zoom call. So fun to be able to brew with somebody else. And all right, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Sláinte.